I'm Jay Addison from CoinChain.io for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. Today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Chen Liu from CoinChain Capital. Chen, how are you doing today?
I'm good, pretty good. Thank you.
Excellent. So what does CoinChain do?
So CoinChain is basically a technology plus a capital company. So we basically do two things. Number one, we do the full-scale customized blockchain solution for business clients. So anyone who's looking to implement blockchain to their existing business model, or if they're starting something new, looking to get blockchain onto it, we help them implement those. We also do a full-scale ICO service these days, or initial coin offering or security token offering. Start from the very beginning, seed funding, to the very end of exchange listing, market making, crypto asset management.
Now, how is CoinChain different from other companies that are helping promote ICOs?
We're actually not much different. We do all the things that everyone else is doing. I guess in terms of being different, we're different in two ways. Number one, we work very closely with our business clients to make sure they understand what blockchain is, right? So these days, you see a lot of buzzword: blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So you don't. So sometimes we've got our organizations calling us, saying, "Hey, we want to put blockchain on our system," but we help them analyze whether it's really needed and what good it does to their existing business model and system. So we work very close with our clients, and that also taps on our own experience in business consulting, strategic management. We look at how blockchain is really optimizing their existing business model. A second advantage we have is based on our very strong relationship with the Asian crypto and investment communities. Both me and my partner, we have a strong background working with traditional capitals. So now we're moving to this crypto world. We still work very closely with traditional capital and along with this new crypto group. So that's how we're different. So putting together, we're working closely with both our business clients and the money to make sure we understand this ever-changing crypto market.
Now, do you guys also provide after crypto ICO marketing to get their product to the market as well?
Yeah, so we do the marketing, but mostly what we do is more on the capital and finance side. Okay. So post ICO, we do the full scale blockchain development, blockchain solution, and then we also do the fund management, crypto accounting, crypto asset management.
Oh, okay. Now, I understand that CoinChain has a couple of projects on the go currently. One of them is called Everball, and another one's Provenance. Yes. Can you speak a little bit about those for us?
So the Everball project, we partner with, so our client is called the Glasgow global company, GGG. It operates the Brazil national soccer lottery. So it's a lottery company. So in that project, so the app itself is called Everball. So in that project, we're putting the lottery on the blockchain. And how that's different from other similar projects is the company's already been running in Brazil for 5 years, and they're the only licensed provider for soccer lottery. So by soccer lottery, I mean it's a lottery where you go to a soccer game and you can just buy the lottery on the game. And then if you're a fan of a particular game, you can just buy the lottery where you can see the theme of that particular game on your lottery. And then when you win the prize, monetary prize, but also some licensed product from that particular soccer club.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So that was our Everball. Mm-hmm. And the other one we're doing, we're providing, so the Provenance Project, we're providing a supply chain solution. So we started as a liquor chain, whereas we track the originality and the provenance of the liquor, the wine, the craft beer. And then basically we start from tracking the originality of the product, and then we move that to a whole supply chain solution. Now we're using that in a lot of the commodity-based, e-commerce-based online business in China.
That's pretty interesting. Now, you actually have quite a background, and maybe you can tell us a little bit about that, your role as professor, consultant, and entrepreneur, and also how'd you get into blockchain?
Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting. I love to talk about my different hats, right? So I normally tell people I wear two hats, professor and a consultant. I love teaching. So right now at school, I teach finance, entrepreneurship, And then now what I'm doing is actually practicing what I'm teaching. And then how do I get into the blockchain is because I was doing a lot of consulting projects with entrepreneurs, and then in this Vancouver area, you can't advise entrepreneurs without touching technology sector. So I do a lot of fintech work, financial technology work back then. And then all of a sudden, everyone's talking about blockchain. I remember the first time I heard about Bitcoin was about 3-4 years ago. And my students were doing the presentation in class talking about Bitcoin. I'm like, oh, that must be something with the computer game you're doing. So I didn't pay attention until 2 years ago where this thing became really big. And then I'm like, oh, I'm a finance professor. I need to know what's going on. That's how I got into this whole fintech, Bitcoin, blockchain world. I love it. I still do professor, consultant, and entrepreneur. I think it helps facilitate each other.
Yeah, it really does. Now, based on your research and your work, all the work you've done on this, can you discuss the general business case for blockchain applications and token economics?
Sure. That was a good question. So when we talk about token economics, I'm like, okay, that's good, because now I finally get to use my financial economist hat talking about that, right? So I think this blockchain is really fantastic, where you can design your own token to incentivize people, incentivize your customer, your people on your supply chain, the whole ecosystem. But then, as I said, people keep talking about this buzzword blockchain, but they really don't have a good use case for it, right? So based on my own research and based on my consulting and then this work I do at CoinChain, I realized there are 3 things that are really important. Number 1 is gaming. That's why we got this Everball project, the gaming lottery type of thing. Because if you think about those, they're already tokenized. You walk into a casino, you already have changed your fiat money into token, and then you play the game. So I see there's a lot of things. And then now these days, with everything moving online, you want to know, okay, is the backend really secure, really make sure I'm not being scammed, right? So blockchain provided a very good use case for that, as well as digital identity, the ID management, as well as the supply chain. I see it's a long way to go. There's a lot of use case. The challenge I see in this world, it's I work with companies of all sizes. Large companies, they don't need our service, actually, because they already have their money, they already have their tech people. And small businesses, they cannot afford our service because they don't have the money now. So working with the medium-sized business it provides us with a good playground, actually, I say. So they're the one we have the resources, but because they're medium-sized, they're in their growing stage, they can come up with great, I see, perfect use case for the blockchain world.
That's pretty interesting. Now, how does somebody contact you if they wanted to hire CoinChain for blockchain services or for helping with capital raise, any of those type of things, or even just consulting on their projects?
Okay, sure. So the best way to do is to go on our website, CoinCC.ca, or just Google CoinChain, or you can just Google my profile on LinkedIn under my name, Dr. Chen Liu.
Fantastic. Chen Liu, it's certainly been a pleasure speaking with you today on Blockchain Interviews.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'd like to do a follow-up because I think what you're doing is very interesting, and it's kind of cool that you're local here in Vancouver as well. So let's do a follow-up in the coming weeks or month or so and give our viewers an update on some of the projects that you guys are working on and what's happening in this space. It's great to have your feedback.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Chen.
Thank you. Bye.